أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدنا علما ربي زدنا علما ربي زدنا علما. This is Sister Bintu of Fatima. It's been a while. I was giving you guys more time to get caught up to where we are because I keep releasing, and I felt like some people are behind because the newest one were untouched kinda, and I'm like, okay, let me give time so people can maybe get caught up because I want y'all to follow. You make the intention to follow me from cover to cover, inshallah. Those who are following we stopped at āyah 8, so I'm going to read from āyah 8 to 9, and 9 is the new lesson, inshallah. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين. That's where we stop. So we're going to take inshallah to the ayah 9. Explain in Tajweed if there is any in this ayah, and some corrections of pronunciation of some letters that some people usually mispronounce. Inshallah, you kha, this letter right here, kha. Sometimes people read it without bringing out the scratching sound, or make it like a qaf, yuqa, and that would be wrong. So it's from the beginning part of the throat, and it's a round letter. Instead of not kha, not kha, but kha, round, because it's a heavy letter. Originally heavy. Beginning comes from the beginning part of the throat. So you have to have like this, like you have your mucus or bone stuck in your throat, and you want to clear, you want to take it out. You the ain. We're gonna this ain right here is from the middle part of the throat. Don't make it. If you say if you say una, that would be wrong. That you changing the ain to hamza. So ain is from the middle part of your throat. When you have if you have problem pronouncing ain, press your voice box from side to side, and whilst you're saying the letter, because that's where it's coming from. يخادعون الله. Here we have a rule. We have this rule before, I believe. Allah. Every time we have Allah name or Allahumma, you know that there's a rule. And the second rule applies to the second lam, not this first one. The first one sometimes have vowel kasra. I'm talking about the second one right here. Anytime we have we're gonna look at the closest vowel before the second lam, which is this, to determine how we're gonna read this that lam. How we're gonna make it so this rule only apply, by the way, not in it doesn't apply in other lams, only in lam Allahu or Allahumma. So we look at the closest vowel before the second lam, and it's fatha. If it's fatha or dhamma, we said you make the law, you say law. If it was kasra, you say la, like bismillah, yeah, the basmala. So we make it law, and then we also, the first sound of the lam, we're going to hold for a second. Yukhadi'un null, because why? Shadda, when shadda is On a letter we know that we read it twice, first with a sukun, the first one with a sukun, and because this first one is with a sukun and lam sukun is lan umar, we're going to hold that lam for 1 second. Not because of the rule of lam in Allah, but because of the lan umar, holding the reading the first lam with sukun. You khadi'un Allah, null, you say null. So the na is a flat letter, so you're gonna start off flat and end round because you're gonna connect to the lam to make it round, and the lam is round. And you hold the while you're connecting, you hold it for 1 second too. Null law, inside null law, يخادعون الله والذين. Again we have lam shadda, we do the same thing, not make it round though, it's flat. Like I said, this is not Allah name, so we're not gonna do check the vowel, close the vowel before to see if round or flat. No, we don't do that with this. With the regular, it's a regular lam, only in Allahu or Allahumma. So we do, that's when we do that. So here, because it has shadda, we know shadda on the letter, we're going to read the letter twice, first with a sukun. Again, we're going to do lan umar, right? Wal, so instead of saying walladina, walladina, and lam is flat, the lam is regularly flat or naturally flat. Walladina, stick your tongue out for this letter. So some people leave their tongue inside, and that would be wrong. Walladhi, the وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَمَا يَخْ. We have the same kho again, this time around with the sukun. وَمَا يَخْ. So ya is flat, but we're going to end round because kho is the round letter. And you hear the scratching sound even more, or this more with the sukun, because sukun is so the makhraj of the letter. وَمَا يَخْ. So ya start flat and end round. يَخْدَعُونَ. Ayn again, so it's the same word. Ayn again. So okay, so make not una but una. وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا. We have again lam shadda. So what do we do, and what is the rule? You hold for like one haraka, one haraka, or one time, or one finger. I try to avoid 1 second, because 1 second might be more than 1 second for you if you read slower. Illa, you're gonna hold the font, hold it. So illa, we have a madda alif here, holding, searching the la, right? Illa. But when you have a madda alif wa or ya, you always look at the next letter to know if you're gonna make it really regular. If it's not hamza followed by hamza, you do regular, just 2. But if it's followed, you stretch it 2. But if you follow by hamza, you do more than 2. In this case, you're gonna do 3 to 4 because it's followed by hamza, but the hamza is not in the same word, and that's called madda munfasil. And madda munfasil, you will stretch 3 to 4 counts. But if you are stopping here, illa, let's say you're reading, you're tired and you want to stop here, breathe and go back and reconnect, go back again, you will say illa, you'll just do 2 regular. The reason why you're doing more than 2, more than regular, is because of the hamza. If you're stopping here, then you're not looking at the hamzas, you're not counting the hamzas, so just illa. If you are stopping and going back, for example, if you say wama yakh, for example, يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا. I'm tired and I say إلا, I will say إلا, not إلا, no, because I'm stopping. The hamza don't count. But then I'm going back, but I have to go back because I can't stop here. So I would وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ. Now I'm going to do 3 to 4 because I'm counting, because I'm continuing. So we have a noon, it don't have nothing in here. That means that anytime we have a noon sukun or noon or tanween or noon that have nothing on it, we always look at the next letter, right? And the next letter tells us how to read the noon. In this case, it is a fa. We know fa is not an idgham. It doesn't belong to idgham letters. Idgham letter yarmaluna Ya ra mim lam waw nun, ya ra mim lam waw nun, ya ra mim lam waw nun, right? Fa is not there. It doesn't belong to the izhar letter, which is the halqi letters, the throat letters. Halqi means throat. Fa is not read from the throat. You know, it's the lips, lip and teeth involved when you're reading fa, when you're saying fa. So it's not from the throat, and it's not a ba. It's obviously not a ba. So ba iqlab, right? So that means that it belongs to the ikhfa. If it doesn't belong to those three, that your answer is no to those three, that means it belongs to the hiding. So that means we're gonna hide the noon. And when we're hiding, because fa is a flat letter, we're gonna hide with a flat mouth. And so when you're hiding, and then we're gonna stick bite the belly of our lip, because that's how you read your fa. Preparing your when you're hiding, you prepare your letter for your mouth for the next letter for the fa. So and hold for 2 harakas, two fingers or 2 counts or 2 times. Fusahum, not don't round your mouth, but flat. And I'm biting the belly of my lip, my middle part of my lips, whilst I'm hiding the noon. Fusahum, hold the meme for 1 second, lan Omar. Fusahum, wama yash'urun. We know that, okay, there is no tajweed rule here. Yash, ayn again. Yash, some people say the shin, they say yes, not yes. It's yash, yash. We got the SH sound. Your tip of your tongue is not touching anywhere. Yash, it's not touching the, it's the side of your tongue, touching the roof in the middle, like by the inner upper teeth, inside, next to the palate. Wama yes, so they call it roof of the mouth, middle. So yes, all. So middle part of the tongue is touching the middle, mostly side of the middle, sides of the middle. So not the tip of your tongue touching the teeth. That's for sin, yes. But shin, yes. So the tip of your tongue is suspended. Wama yash'urun. We have a ain, and then we have a raw dhamma. We're going to treat like a round letter. You'll be like, oh, u is like a u. But the round letters, when they have a dhamma, you go straight round, and flat letters, when they have a dhamma, you say kind of flat, start off flat and round. Roon, and we have a wow madda. That means anytime we have a madda, alif wa or ya, second to last letter, we have the option. We chose 4. Our option is 4. We have different options. We choose 4. So wama yash'urun. So let me read the ayah again. يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون. Hold the noon for 1 second or 1 haraka. This noon here, because you change it to fatha, the vowel to fatha, so that makes it lan Omar later. You hold it for 1 second or 1 haraka or 1 time. Make it up, make it prominent. Show it. Wama yash'urun. That's how you show it. Again, يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون. Okay, I'm gonna try to read the whole thing by taking a deep breath without and don't breathe out. Deep breath. You can do it with me and don't breathe out. When you take a deep breath and don't breathe out and start, you'll have enough air. So, okay. يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون. So if you have problem stopping, you don't have to force it. You could just stop and go back. وما يخدعون from here and then continue inshallah. Or you could even say وما يشعرون. You could stop here and say وما يشعرون without going back. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.